Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai. Please join the warm welcome to our esteemed chairperson, sir.
So instructions for the participants, 20 minutes for the total presentation time is 20 minutes, 15 minutes for paper presentation and 5 minutes for interaction. Kindly follow the timings and kindly unmute your video while presenting the paper for all the participants. We would like to invite Ms. A. Srinidhi for presenting the paper from PSG College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. The title of the paper presentation is A Study on Antibacterial Activity of Algae Marmalus on Silk.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to the chairperson, Dr. Selvakumar. I would like to thank SSM College of Engineering for providing this opportunity. Myself, Srinidhi, from PSG College of Arts and Science, second year MSc, Department of Costume Design and Fashion. I have guided by Ms. K. Gomati, our research scholar, and Dr. D. Devaki, the head of the department. Now I'd like to explain my paper presentation. Introduction. Textiles are the materials made from fibers, thin fibers or filaments that are natural or synthetic or combination of both. Textile fibers can be classified into nature fibers, man-made fibers. There is an enormous variety of textile fiber types available. Now my topic is regarding the silk fiber. Silk is a filament spun by caterpillars of various different butterflies. Silk is a natural protein filament. It is a filament density is 1.34 grams and centimeter cubes, which make it a medium weight fiber. Very lightweight silk materials may be manufactured from silk filaments. Eagle marmalose leaves are traditionally used in wound healing by tribal people. The matured leaves are crushed to make a paste and applied on the surface of the wound. Since ancient times, herbs are used to heal the importance. Algae marmalus அப்படின்னா வந்துட்டு இந்தியன் பேல், அதோட scientific name தான் ஈகிள் மார்வலஸ். இந்தியன் பேல் அப்படின்னா in local term it's called as வில்வ இலை. Okay, then now I would like to, next slide please. Now my main topic is silk vechi sutures pandrathu. Silk sutures அப்படினா வந்துட்டு ஒரு general introduction கொடுத்தறேன். Non-observable sutures, they are not actually observable sutures, non-observable sutures இருக்கு. Non-observable sutures தான் silk sutures that are coated and braided, that can be coated or also can be braided. Silicone to provide strength, smooth for easy passage through the tissues. Since வந்து டிஷ்யூல ஏதாவது ப்ராப்ளம் ஆச்சு அப்படின்னா ஓப்பன் ஹீல் இது பண்ணுறதுக்காக சூச்சர்ஸ் நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம். சில்க் சூச்சர்ஸ் ஆர் நேச்சுரலி கால்ட் அஸ் natural sutures. Silk வந்துட்டு மெயினாக காம்போசிஷன் ஆஃப் சில்க் ஃபைப்ரான், ப்ரோட்டீன், பாமெக்ஸ் ப்ரோட் 70% and coating material 30%. Then objective of our study to prepare the leaf extract from eagle marvelous, to analyze the phytochemicals, to analyze the antimicrobial activity, to analyze the anti-inflammatory activity, to coat the antimicrobial agent on the silk, to analyze the FTIR and ESEM. Next slide. Methodology. Selection of the herb, collecting the leaves, shade, dries and powdered, extraction, next cytochemical analysis, antimicrobial activity of the leaf extract, anti-inflammatory test, FTIR test, coating, SEM analysis. Now I would like to explain about the selection of the herb. This herb has more wound healing property, so we have selected this herb. Then collecting the herb, then shade dried and powdered, the fine powder and extracted using ethanol aqueous with 1.10 ratio by overnight incubation. The extraction were filtered and centrifuged at 20,000 RMP for 20 minutes, and the platelets and superintent were collected for each solvent and stored at 25 degrees Celsius. A clear, effective superent filter was collected from the methanol and ethyl acetate and aqueous extraction. Rotary vacuum evaporated used for cytoplasm analysis. Next slide, please. Okay, I will just explain about phytochemical test. Primarily, cytochemical test screening was extracted of algae marbles, presence of alkaloids, phthalates, sablians, tannins, and steroids, etc. These are the sample expectations. Next slide. This is the test pictures of cytochemical analysis. Then next please. Then antimicrobial test, concentration of methanol, aqueous extraction of Tridex prochromius against selected human pathologies carried out by well diffusion methods. Next one will be anti-inflammatory test. A drug or substances that reduces the inflammation. That means or irritation இதெல்லாம் நம்ம ஸ்கின்ல இருக்கா இல்லை வந்து நம்மளால வந்துட்டு அது இது பண்ணுற அந்த மெட்டீரியலுக்கு வந்துட்டு அது இது பண்ண முடியுமா அப்படின்னு பார்க்குறதுக்காக யூஸ் பண்ணுறது ஆன்டி இன்ஃப்ளேமெண்டரி டெஸ்ட். நெக்ஸ்ட் வந்து FTRI டெஸ்ட்டு, ஃபோரர் டிரான்ஸ்ஃபார்மர் இன்ஃப்ளேமெண்டரி ஸ்பெக்ட்ரோஸ்கோப் இஸ் an analytical test used to identify the organic polymer and in some cases in organic material. This analysis made uses of inflammatory light to scan, test samples and observe chemical properties. The FTIR instrument sends the inflammatory radiation of about 10,000 to 100 centimeter -1 through a sample with some radiation observed and some passed through the observant radiation is converted into a rotational or vibrational energy by the sample molecules. Now I would like to say, next slide please, the test results. For cytochemicals, there is a positive result observed in methanolic extraction. Leaves were found to be suppose high content of a fluoride in methanol extraction. Next, in antimicrobial, next slide. In antimicrobial, results suggestion that T. chromosomes extract have potentially against several bacterial species. Ethanol extracts showed the predominant in exhibition against E. coli, Keybilians, S-pi, Entecobens, Staphylococcus SPS. Higher extract concentration showed higher inhibitory activities. Next, in anti-inflammatory test, from the table, anti-inflammatory agents of ethanol extraction for the test observancy by using different kind of control value and calculate the percentage of inhibitions of protein by using the different kind of control value. When compared to other sample, the concentration of value of 100 was reached high, so it is more effective than others. Then in next test, FTIR in resulting the signal that detector present as a spectrum typically from 4000 centimeter to 400 centimeter, presenting a molecular fingerprint of the sample. Each molecule or chemical substances will produce a unique spectral fingerprint, making FTR is a greater from a chemical identification. Next slide. SEM, it is a scanning electron microbial analysis. This image shows that high density of using leaf extraction of Eagle marvelous marmonodes. The images were taken at the acceleration voltage of 5 VK, and the view of morphological dimension of leaf extract were clearly seen at the higher magnification. The typically SEM image demonstrated the presence of spherical shaped extract and the silk yarn and the size of 10.9 mm. Next slide. Next, I would like to summarize. Medical plants have provided a source of inspiration for novel drugs, and components as a plant-derived medicine have made larger contributions to the human health and well-being. The traditional healers, that are the drugs, make use of water, but our study shows here its ethanol extraction of these plants were made much better powerful. This may be due to better solubility of active components in the organic solvents against all of these microorganisms, maximum inhibitory effect against all these microorganisms. Antimicrobial and bacterial activity is maximum in KLBS SPS, followed by others. This is due to the aggregated and antipyruvats and contains the tannins. Then the methodology adopted for the study consistent selected, and this testing is done in FTIR also. The study can be further classified, can be taken into antifungal test and nano-coated silk sutures, and various other natural plants can be taken into for the study. Thank you.
So, Srinidhi, that your presentation is really good. It seems very nice, that slide preparation, it seems. And we have a few questions regarding that presentation. I think we can take in that a herbal, right? A herbal leaf. Then you identified that, so antibacterial and other properties, and recommending for suture, right? So, what is the thread that you are going to choose for suture? What is the thread you are chosen for making the suture? Thread, fiber type I am talking about.
Mulberry silk I have used, sir, for this. So further my study, actually I am a final year student, from which this is actually my part of my project, sir. So mulberry I've used as basic, sir. For further I am going to work with eri silk, sir, and with a braided structure. Yes. With mulberry we have coated this. So since it's a natural and it natural adukku vanda suture and the thread vanda naturally and the suture oda material type la irukkarnala we choose in silk for yes sir, it is. Yes sir. Sir, it should be it should be easily irritation, skin irritation ellam irukano sir. Then vandittu the wound healing property nariya irukano suture ku. Then it should be என்ன சொல்றது, ஃப்ரீயா இருக்கணும். the patient வந்து uncomfortable இல்லாம it should be easily அவங்களுக்கு இதா இருக்க மாதிரி இருக்கணும். Sir, SEM image taken. Sir, we get to find the chemicals. இது வந்து ஆன்டிமைக்ரோபி அந்த இதுக்கு வந்துட்டு இப்போ அந்த கோட் பண்ணனால, அந்த ஹர்ப் கோட் பண்ணனால அந்த இதுக்கு வந்துட்டு ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிஸ் இருக்குது தட் இட் கேன் ஹீல் ஆர் wound அப்படிங்கிறது. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is the observation from the FTIR?
Sir, in FTIR, the extraction of methanol is more. So methanol extract வச்சு தான் சார் நாங்கள் அந்த ஹர்ப் இது பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ஸோ மெத்தனால் எக்ஸ்ட்ராக்ஷன் இதாக இருக்கிறனால FTIR டெஸ்ட் பண்ணும்போது அது வந்துட்டு இட்ஸ் மோர் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஒரு அப்சர்வேஷன் வச்சுருக்கோம் சார். Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, it has only one variety, sir. Yes, sir. I'll check it, sir.
What is the medicinal value of the seed?
Sir, my medicinal value is for the leaf, sir. It has wound healing and also some bone tissue growth. Bone tissue growth also, sir. Then it also has brain development and the use of this.
Usually, whenever you go for any natural plant or product, it has medicinal value.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know the medicine.
I'm asking about the value.
Of that only is a brain growth and
Value, number.
I never read that.
There's a medicinal value. Each and every plant having medicinal value. You can check it through the species board.
Okay, sir.
So you have the species board will be there.
Yes, sir.
You can go on laboratories and check whether what kind of properties it has. How
Okay.
many temperatures to come across to.
Sir, around 50.
They haven't shown any ones. Fine. So whenever if you climb something, at least you have to find the gap. So whatever the climb you are going to present, the one should not made earlier. Right? Again, that people will know about this.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Without hand-free, you have to even cannot read. You should not read from the. This is my side.
Yes, sir. This is my first conference I am presenting, so I'll.
Without any notebook or without any notes or paper and you can speak and turn in front of the audience.
Okay, sir.
You are turning towards this.
Okay, sir.
Not you. Not for the right.
Yes.
All like this. Now the he speaks for the audience. Just try.
நீங்க வச்சுக்க நீங்க
ஆக்சுவலி சில்க்குக்கு வந்து நேச்சுரலாகவே வந்துட்டு சூச்சருங்கிற டைப் இருக்குது. அப்புறம் வந்துட்டு அது வந்து ப்ரோட்டீன் ஃபைபர். ஸோ அதனால் வந்துட்டு அது ஈஸியாக ஹீலிங் ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி அதுக்கு இருக்கிறதுனால சில்க் நாங்கள் சூஸ் பண்ணோம். நைலான் பாலிமர்ஸ் அந்த மாதிரி யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். அதெல்லாம் வந்து அப்சர்வல் சூச்சர்ஸ், இது வந்து நான் அப்சர்வல் ஷூஸ். அது வந்துட்டு ஒரு சிம்பிள் டெஸ்ட். நம்ம வந்துட்டு அதோட இப்போ லீஃப் எக்ஸ்ட்ராக்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம்ல, அதுக்கு வந்துட்டு யூஸ் பண்ணுற ஒரு அனாலிசிஸ் டு ஃபார் பாஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு. Penetrate anakut. Penetrate anakut.
Okay, nice presentation, and please take all the questions, and I think these are all inputs to you to refine yourself for the next presentation in a well manner. All the best. Okay, bye.
Thank you, Srinidhi. It's a very wonderful presentation. Now I would like to invite Ms. K. Meena from Bardiyar University, Department of Textile and Apparel Design, Coimbatore, India. The topic for the presentation is the natural fabric dyed with the herb of Ipomia stipulina plant. Stapelina plant. Ma'am, kindly unmute your video while presenting.
My topic is the natural nature is the full of colors, Two types of raw materials like cow urine and cow dung is used for the scouring and bleaching process. First immersed for 12 hours and dried in grass for 4 to 5 hours. Next, constantly water is sprinkled over it at the shorter interval. The process is continued for 3 to 4 days until the required whiteness and name of Epomia staphylococcus was collected from Bhadir University campus. Identified at the Agricultural University, Coimbatore. And the stem of Epomia stabilina plant were collected and cut the pieces and extracted with the distilled water in water bath and ultrasonic bath, which a material to liquid ratio of 1:10 at 80 degrees Celsius. I have selected three types of solvent like aqueous, ethanol and acetone. The slide shows the modern thing of the fabric. First, I taken three types of a modern like myrobalan, alum, and ferrous sulfate. The myrobalan powder is boiled in water for 1 hour and cooled and filtered. The milliliter ratio was 1:10. The fabric is treated with filtrate for 1 hour at boiling temperature by turning the fabric in the bath at repeated intervals. Then alum and ferrous sulfate, the mordant is first dissolved in water. The ratio was 1:10. Brought to boil and the fabric is treated for 1 hour at boiling. The mordanted fabric are squeezed and dried under shade and kept ready for dyeing. Dyeing process. First, I have choose unmordanted fabric and pre-mordanted fabric. Pre-treated, pre-mordanted with myrobalan, alum, and ferrous sulfate were dyed at 80 degrees Celsius in water bath and ultrasonic bath for 1 hour. After 1 hour, the fabric is removed from the dye bath, rinsed thoroughly in running water and dried under shade. The used dye bath still contain time to dye. The dye truly entered and reflected and also result and discussion. First one, the control sample with the value of 173.7 gram per meter square. Finished sample with the value of 166.9 gram per meter square. Control sample value was found to be higher than the finished sample.
Hello,
next
ma'am.
one, fabric
Sorry to
thickness.
interrupt. Last 5 minutes, ma'am.
It is observed that the fabric thickness variation of control sample and the finished sample showed variations. The fabric thickness is analyzed using is also t-test. The control sample with the value 0.257 millimeter. Finished sample value is 0.173 millimeter. The control sample value was found to be higher than the finished sample. This slide shows the tensile strength and the crease recovery. The fabric tensile strength was analyzed using t-test and observed that control sample with the mean value of bar is 36.7 kgf and the mean value of WIFT is 23.5 kgf. Finished sample with the mean value of bar is 33.6 kgf and the mean value of WIFT is 25.5 kgf. From the value that the var weight of control sample is higher than finished sample and the WIFT weight of control sample is the higher than finished sample. Next one, crease recovery. The fabric crease recovery was analyzed using t-test and observed that control sample with the average value of var is 126.7 degree and the average value of WIFT is 94 degree. Finished with the average value of warp is 138 degree and the average value of WIFT is 91.9 degree. The control sample value is found to be higher than the finished sample. And this slide shows the color fastness test. And I have three types of finished sample. I was evaluated such as myrobalan finished sample, ferrous sulfate finished sample, and alum finished sample, and the control sample. First column is shows the four to five washes I have done, and color fastness to rubbing and color fastness to light soap. And two types of dyeing method I have used like ultrasonic bath and a water bath. And coming to the conclusion, natural dyes are biodegradable and non-toxic and non-allergenic, and the making them generally better for the environment and for use around humans, as they don't have any carcinogenic components which are found in many synthetic dyes. And I have done dyeing process of the fabric is eco-friendly manner to get hazard-free products. The dyed fabric is evaluated in various physical tests like fabric weight, fabric thickness, tensile strength, and the crease recovery, etc. The dyed fabric is also evaluated in various color fastness testing like washing to rubbing and color fastness and light perspiration. Sir.
Meena, can you hear me? Meena? You are Meena, can you hear me? Meena, can you hear me? Meena, can you hear me? Meena, can you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm there, sir.
Yeah, unmute your video.
Sir.
I think you are not visible in the slide. unmute your video.
Sir, your voice is not audible, sir.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm audible.
Your voice கேக்கலைங்க sir.
You hear me? Hear me? Meena, can you 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 hear me? Meena, can you... Hello? 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 Am I audible? Meena, am I audible? You are unmuted, it seems. Muted, I think. Oh. Staplina, right? Can you hear me now? Yeah. So what is your objective of your work? I think you presented now. I think that you are only for dyeing with the herb, right? The stated herb. You are extracting some essence from the plant and dyeing, right? What is the new things in your research observations? Yeah, I think you are not audible. Yeah, please go ahead. Can you repeat?
Well, cotton fabric apply, 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 cotton fabric.
Anyway, that presentation is really good. All the very best. Yeah, I welcome audience to.
கேக்குது பேசவா பேசவா நெக்ஸ்ட்டு காயத்ரி. தேங்க்யூ மிஸ் மீனா. Next, I would like to invite Miss M. Gayatri, Bharatiyar University, Department of Textile and Apparel Designing, Coimbatore, from the presenting the topic of characterization and evaluation of knitted fabrics finished with marine. Miss M. Gayatri ma'am.
Hello.
I kindly request you to unmute your video while presenting. Miss Gayatri, are you audible? Miss Gayatri, can you hear me? Miss Gayatri, can you hear me?
Miss Gayatri, I kindly request you to unmute your video while your presentation. Miss Gayatri, can you hear me? It's audible. Miss Gayatri, can you present your presentation? Your audio is unmuted.
Gayatri, Miss Gayatri, kindly present your video. Ma'am, you can start your presentation. Ma'am, mute your video and start your presentation, ma'am.
மேம் திஸ் இஸ் மீனா. காயத்ரி அவங்களோடது வீடியோ மட்டும்தான் ஆன் ஆகுது, ஆடியோ கேட்கல அவங்க பேசுறது. ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட்டு யாரோடது அவங்கள ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ண சொல்லிட்டாங்க, அவங்க வேற லேப்டாப்ல கனெக்ட் பண்ணுறதா சொல்லியிருக்காங்க.
Okay, ma'am, thank you. So I
Thank
would
you,
like
ma'am.
to call Ms. J. Perli from Badiyar University, Department of Textiles and Apparel Designs, Coimbatore. The topic is study on swelling behavior of randomly selected natural fibers. Ma'am, you can start your presentation. 15 minutes for your presentation and 5 minutes for the interaction with the speaker. Ms. Perli, kindly unmute your video. Ma'am, actually you're not audible. You kindly unmute. Ma'am, actually you're not audible. Please wait a minute. Ma'am, kindly one time log out and again log in. You are not audible.
Hello.
Hello? 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 So I request all the participant, I think willing to present in online mode, please check your data and sitting in a right signaling place. So we have some issues in audio and video communications. Please find the right place for your presentation in a nice way. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir. Myself, I am Gayatri. Shall I present now?
Yeah, ma'am, you can start. Ma'am, kindly unmute your video. Gayatri. Miss Gayatri, kindly unmute your video and start your presentation.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Shall I start?
Yeah, ma'am, you can start.
Good evening, one and all present here. Myself, I am Gayatri, pursuing PhD under the guidance of Dr. S. Grace Annapurni, Department of Textiles and Apparel Design, Bardiyar University. My topic is characterization and evaluation of knitted fabrics finished with marine macroalgae extract. It's audible?
Yes, ma'am, audible.
Introduction. Marine macroalgae, it is commonly known as seaweed. It is the name of countless species of marine plants and algae that grows in oceans such well as rivers, lakes,
with water bodies. Then it has non-flowering plant like organisms lives in water. Then it is marine macroalgae is used as a potential renewable resource such as medicinal and commercial environment. In there has commonly they have three types. One is red, brown, and green. In this red, brown, and green also there have so many about 1,000 above species are there. Then in this base there has some different types of antioxidant compounds, the moisture absorption, antibacterial activity, UV, then flame retardancy, anti-diabetic, anti-cancer. Uh, these components are present in this seaweed. Then the major objectives of the study is to collect the seaweed extracts using a soft-like method with acetone solvent. Then to finish the selected knit fabrics with seaweed extraction. To evaluate the untreated fabrics for antibacterial activity. Then to evaluate the surface characterization of UV visible spectra for treated and untreated fabrics. Then finally develop and evaluate the end products of textile applications. Then methodology, a selection of aqua plants. I had selected two green seaweed and one brown. Then Alva lactuca, Calphorus calciformis, Gracilaria corpicata. First of all, the seaweed I had collected from Kanyakumari district, Tamil Nadu. Then after that, washed it through running water, then dried in the dry shade up to 25 to 30 days. After that, I had grade into powder form, and extraction process I had used this acetone to extraction process. Then I had selected fabric, knitted fabric. Why I had first of all, why I had selected this three, especially this three seaweed means in this seaweed there has an antibacterial and UV property is there. So only I had selected this, particularly selected this seaweed. First one reason is that. Second reason is it is also availability sources easily. Then selection of fabric, knitted fabric, why I had selected means I am interested to carry out my study into the sports wear application. So only I had selected knitted fabric. Knitted fabric I have cotton viscose and cotton bamboo. Then desicing process is naturally desicing using cow dung and cow urine. Then finishing process, I had used only dip and dry method. After that I had evaluated the fabric. Finally I had developed the some basic towels, gym towels, that like products I had developed. Then result and discussions. Antibacterial testing liquid. In this liquid form, comparing the three seaweeds, best result I got is Gracilaria corpicata extract. It's the highest zone of incubation, 16 mm against the gram positive. Then balance that both the two Gracilaria, both Calphorus and Alva lactuca shows gram negative is 14 mm. Then antibacterial test in after finishing the fabric, the test we have the result we got found cotton viscose fabric is a good antibacterial activity. It has shown zero growth of bacteria. After the washing also I had tested the 5 only I had washed 5 washes only. Then UV visible spectra, sample A, Alva lactuca, the absorption peak value is 220 nm and OD is 0.16. Then sample B, absorption peak value is 220 nm and OD value is 259. Then sample C, Gracilaria corpicata, the absorption peak value is 20N042. Then GSM, the before finish and after finish, after 194.2, then cotton bamboo before finish 17.4. Then fabric thickness before up to cotton bamboo 0.538, after finish 0.484 and 0.466. Then fabric abrasion, cotton viscose and cotton bamboo before and after 98%, cotton viscose before, after 98%, then cotton bamboo 96 and after 95%. Then tensile strength, core and weight, cotton viscose and cotton bamboo same as before and after. Then conclusion, the finished fabric evaluate with antibacterial UV spectroscopy analysis. Then evaluate the various physical textures, fabric weight, GSA, fabric thickness, tensile strength, abrasion after washing test also. The finishing process of the fabric are done in eco-friendly manner to get hazard-free product. Then thank you.
Gayatri, am I audible?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, I think your presentation is really good. I think you are working with some species from that grown on the marine areas, right? Or else the pond kind of things, right? Even pond, you can see those kind of species, right? Am I right? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Then you tested for antibacterial as well as UV spectroscopy, right?
Yeah, especially I had collected from sea, marine algae. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Which?
Yeah, here, audible, sir.
Where did you collect? Where did you collect the samples?
Yeah, yeah, sir.
No, no. Where did you collect the samples?
It is collected from Kanyakumari district, Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
Kanyakumari district, Kurumbana seashore only, sir.
Okay, I think you have collected 3 different sources, right?
Yes, sir.
But there is no comparison among the species, right? You given only one set of results, it seems.
Yeah, comparison. The 3 I had selected 2 green seaweed and 1 brown. This three I got a good result from Gracilaria corticata, that species only.
Okay, what is the purpose of this UV spectrum analysis?
First thing is, this is my part of research, one part only. I want to carry out my study into sports textiles.
No, no. My question is, what is your observation on the FTIR? I think UV graph, the results. I think it has peaks, right?
Yes, sir.
From the peak, what is your finding?
Value. Did you mean the value?
Yeah, yeah. What is your finding on the graph?
400 to 800 nm.
Yeah, 400 to 800 nm. What happens?
The got two. The OD two to this 3 samples
Ma'am, kindly unmute your video and ma'am, kindly mute your video and then speak. Your voice is tracking, ma'am.
The Gracilaria corticata.
Ma'am, mute your video and then speak. Your voice is tracking.
Gayatri, can you hear me? I think you are not audible.
Thank you. Thank you, Gayatri. That is such an wonderful, nice, wonderful presentation. Now, I would like to call Miss J. Perli from Bardiyar University, Department of Textile and Apparel Design, Coimbatore. The topic is study on swelling behavior of randomly selected natural fibers. Miss Perli?
Because I am trying to share my screen, please wait a second.
Okay, ma'am.
From my mobile phone, it is unable to sharing the screen, but I'm trying in my from my laptop also, but it is not connecting. Kindly check.
Ma'am, if boss.
Ma'am, just share your screen, whether you are sharing your screen or not. மேம் ஸ்க்ரீனை ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க. ஷேர் ஸ்க்ரீன் கொடுங்க, என்ன காட்டுதுன்னு பார்க்கலாம். ஏதாவது எரர் காட்டுதுங்களா உங்களுக்கு? இருக்காங்க மேம். ஆர் யூ ஆடியபிள்?
Sir, this is Nandana. Excuse me, sir.
Ma'am, we'll show your presentation. You just share your audio. Ma'am, you can start your presentation, ma'am. Ma'am, we are sharing your presentation. You can start.
வரலி மேம் உங்களோட இதை ஸ்க்ரீன் ஷேரை வந்து ஆஃப் பண்ணிக்கோங்க மேம். நாங்கள் இங்கே ப்ரெசென்ட் பண்ணுறோம் உங்களுக்கு.
மேம் your audio is not audible. Yeah. Mute your video and present it.
Ma'am, you can start your presentation, ma'am. Perli, ma'am.
Ma'am, are you audible? So now we are presenting your PPT. You just talk to the PPT.
Ma'am? Ma'am, Parle ma'am? Can you mute your video and start your presenting, ma'am? Our timing is running out. Ma'am, Parle ma'am? Can you hear me?
Ma'am, are you presenting in laptop? Yeah, okay. Just sign out from your laptop and then join with your mobile. Just to start your presentation, we will share the screen. Okay, try it now. Just sign out from your laptop and use your. Yeah. I think your laptop having some problems. So sign out from your laptop.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have signed out.
Yeah. Now it's clear, ma'am. Yes, start your presentation.
Yes, sir. Sorry for the inconvenience, sir.
It's okay, ma'am, you can start.
Good afternoon, everyone present here. I am Mrs. J. Purley, a research scholar currently pursuing a PhD under the guidance of Dr. S. Grace Annapurni in the Department of Textiles and Apparel Design at Bardiyar University. First of all, I would like to thank the SSM institution for giving me this great opportunity, and I would also like to express my gratitude to Bardiyar University. Now let's begin with the topic. A study on swelling behavior of developed natural fabrics, non-woven fabrics. Fiber an adaptable substance with wide-ranging utility in several sectors is categorized into three distinct classifications: natural, semi-synthetic, and synthetic. Natural fibers, which encompasses those obtained from botanical and zoological sources, present numerous benefits, notably in terms of sustainability and possessing distinctive characteristics. Next, the common application of non-woven fabrics are disposable items, personal hygienic products, medical products, consumer durables, geotextiles, furnitures, filters, weather resistance coverings. Next. In general, when we talk about the market outlook, non-women's market size is forecast to reach $35.4 billion by 2016. After growing at a compound annual growth of 3.8% during 2016 to 24, the development of the non-woven market is endorsed to the rise in demand for non-woven products and solutions for hygiene, medical construction, and filtration applications. Next. The utilization of fiber in medical textile is of significant importance due to its distinctive structure and inherent properties. The capacity of fibers to absorb and hold moisture or liquid, commonly known as swell behavior, is a crucial characteristic in the context of medical textiles. This study investigates the capacity of various natural fibers such as calotropis, kapok, nettle, bamboo, and modal to fulfill the rigorous specifications of medical textiles. So this work aims to comprehensively examine the swelling behavior of these fibers, providing insights into their potential applications in the creation of innovative medical textiles that adhere to the highest healthcare standards. Next. So literature review deals with the 5 types of natural fibers selected for the study, with different others used for authors, different authors used for their different studies. Next. Objective of the study. Next, yeah, to comprehensively understand and characterize the swell behavior capacity of various selected fibers, to find out the association between free swell absorptive capacity of fabrics and various proportion taken for the study, to identify the fibers that has effective swell absorptive capacity and the proportion variations. Next. Methodology. This study investigates the capacity of various natural fibers such as calotropis, kapok, nettle, which is blended with bamboo and modal in the ratio of 50:50, 60:40, and 70:30. Next. Extraction of the fiber. The calotropis is collected from the roadside of Tondamuthal Road. The fiber are manually removed from the cluster and dried at room temperature. After drying, they are washed in plain water to remove foreign substances such as dirt and contamination. Once washed, they are dried again at the same room temperature to facilitate proper web formation without any flying. So the nettle fiber was sourced from Uttarakhand. Since it is a ready-made fiber, no processing has been carried out on it. So only gentle combing is necessary to remove unwanted contamination and dirt from the nettle fiber. The kapok fiber is sourced from Metupalayam. It is collected from dried fruits and the seeds are manually removed. After the extraction of the fiber, further evaluation was conducted to assess its free swell absorptive capacity. Next. Web formation. Now the fiber is ready for the web formation. To develop the web, we first need to use a carding machine. The fiber is measured and separated accordingly to the desired ratios. We weigh the fibers and then place them on the rolling plate, starting with a layer of basic fiber followed by a layer of blending fiber modal. We repeat this process alternating between the calotropis fiber and modal fiber until we achieve the desired number of layers. The carding machine will then produce the web in a sandwich method. This is one sample which we need to follow the same process for other ratios as well. Next. Developing needle punched fabric in the ratio, like when the needle punched fabrics from the different blend proportion of bamboo and modal fibers were created in 3-dimension ratio. The web were then fed to the needling looms at the feed rate of 15 to 20 and with the numbers of punches per minute in 35 to 45 respectively. CB calotropis, bamboo calotropis modal, kapok modal, bamboo kapok modal, nettle bamboo and nettle modal. These are then evaluated for the free swell absorptive capacity. Next. Preparation of fiber for water absorption test. This is an alkalic treatment. An alkalic treatment was employed to modify the surface morphology and to improve the water absorption capacity of various natural fibers, including bamboo, calotropis, kapok, nettle, and modal. The treatment aimed to expose more hydroxyl groups on the fiber surface, enhancing their affinity for water molecules. So on the scoring, impurities were removed from the fiber surface using a detergent solution. In mercerization, the fibers were immersed in a sodium hydroxide solution at 2, 4 and 6 grams of fiber and at 25 degrees Celsius. And this step aimed to swell the fiber and promote the removal of non-cellulosic components. In bleaching, any residual coloring matters was removed using hydrogen peroxide solution. In neutralization, the NaOH residues were neutralized using an acetic acid solution to arrest the mercerization reaction. In drying, we have to dry the treated fibers were thoroughly washed and dried at 98 degrees Celsius in 30 minutes. These all tests has been carried out in Sidra, Coimbatore. Next slide. This test method reveals the maximum liquid absorption capacity of the hygiene material application. A sample of 0.180 to 0.220 grams was taken and placed in a bag. The bag was then submerged in a saline water containing 0.9% of NaCl and allowed to soak for 30 minutes. After the 30 minutes of soaking, the bag was removed from the saline solution. Any excess saline solution was squeezed out and dipped away for 10 minutes. Finally, the sample was weighed to determine the amount of fluid absorption. This was the methodology which has been followed. Next slide. The present study has undertaken an initial investigation into the absorptive ability of the selected fibers and their corresponding ratio in terms of free swell. So the findings have been shown in table 1. Accordingly to the data in the table, the modal natural fiber has the highest value of 27.1932, while the nettle fiber has the lowest value of 1.7458. Therefore, based on the swell absorptive capacity test, it was determined that among the 5 fiber, the modal fiber fiber demonstrated the most effective swelling behavior. This test is basically done to determine the ratio, how much ratio we have to take for the blending of the fiber to in order to develop a needle punch fabric. So this test is a basic test which is very necessary and compulsory we have to take. Next slide. The investigation has used F test in order to determine whether or not there is a correlation between the swell absorptibility of natural fiber and the capacity of natural fiber to absorb water, and the results are present here. Next. For the 50:50 proportion, kapok and bamboo combination has the highest absorbent capacity at 28.36, while nettle and modal combination has the lowest at 18.58. When the proportion shifts to 60:40, calotropis and bamboo combination shows the highest absorbent capacity at 32.24. As the proportion changes to 70:30, calotropis and bamboo combination still maintains the highest absorption capacity at 32.35, while kapok and modal combination drops to the lowest value at 15.75. This data suggests that the absorbent capacity of these material combination varies significantly based on their proportions. Calotropis and bamboo consistently performs well in terms of absorbent capacity across the different proportions. While the effectiveness of other combination varies, the choice of materials and their ratio should depend on the specific requirements of the intended application, such as absorbency in certain conditions. Next slide. In this 50:50 ratio, kapok modal shows the highest value due to the bamboo fiber. Kapok is known as naturally water resistant due to its waxy coating. All we know about the kapok. Therefore, kapok cannot absorb water like bamboo does. So bamboo is the reason why it shows a higher ratio in this case. However, nettle combined with modal demonstrate the lowest absorption capacity. Then you can ask a question about then why you have selected a kapok. I just wanted to improve the absorbency capacity of kapok by blending the absorbent fiber with the kapok, so that we can have some changes, but here we don't have any changes. Only the bamboo, because of bamboo only the kapok showing the highest value. Next slide. Calotropis and bamboo may have exhibited high water absorption capacity in the portions of 60:40 and 70:30 combination due to their inherent hydrophilic nature and porous structure, which allows them to absorb and retain water effectively. So conversely, nettle and modal might have shown lower absorption capacity due to their hydrophobic nature or less porous structure, limiting their ability to absorb water efficiency. Next slide. I have explained this in there itself, but in additionally, the specific proportions of each fiber in the combination could influence their overall water absorption properties, with certain ratio facilitating better water retention. Overall, the combination of calotropis and bamboo likely synergized their individual water absorption capabilities, leading to the highest observed absorption capacity compared to other combination. Next. So by here, I would like to conclude the work that the swell behavior capacity of the fiber typically refers to the ability of fibers of or fibril materials to absorb and retain moisture or liquids, causing them to swell or increase in volume. The study examined the swell behavior of selected fibers and various proportions. The study revealed that the choice of materials and their proportions had a substantial impact on the absorbent capacity of the fabric. So the combination featuring calotropis and bamboo consistently exhibited high absorbent capacity levels, making them networkly choices. So furthermore, the significance of a proportion could not have been overstated, because the data demonstrated here that absorbent capacity varied notably between different proportions, with statistically significant different observed, especially at 50:50 and 60:40 ratio. These findings emphasize the necessity of carefully selecting material proportions to achieve desired absorbent characteristics. And this is one small part of my research work I have done. Furthermore, on this basis, I will develop a product on the basis of this result. Like underarm pad, I have planned to develop underarm pad, nursing pad, panty liners, and bedwet pad for the bedridden patients, and makeup removal. These 5 products I have planned to do. Thank you.
Now, yeah, Pearly, I think your presentation is really good.
Thank you, sir.
I have few questions in your presentation. I think you have selected about 4 or 5 fibers, right? For finding
yes, sir,
that.
3 natural fibers and 2 blending fibers, sir.
Yes. What is the insight on doing this research? But you are concentrating on absorbency as well as free swell absorption. So what is the curiosity behind that one? Why you have to take these 2 properties for involving the fibers for research?
Sir, basically, first of all, I have decided to jump into a healthcare medical applications, medical textile applications. So for that, I have planned to go in a natural fibers. So when I was selecting a natural fibers, n number of fibers where I have done with research in more than 8 fibers. On that only I have selected these 3 natural fiber, basic fibers. In after selecting it, I would like to know whether the absorbency of the fiber is good or not, and from the basic itself. After developing a product, if we will go for the absorbency, give a lot of difference. So I thought to go very proper way to get a good absorbency of the fiber. So I have taken a basic test in the fiber state, and also after the development also I have repeated the free swell test. But in the basic test, I have got a result in a bamboo modal as a best result. But when we blend the fiber into other fibers, automatically the properties was changing and the results were different in the combination of the fabric.
Yeah, Pearly, please listen to me. I asked the question regarding that property. Yeah. We should know about. I think we are all aware about this moisture absorbency property. So you are stating that
sir.
Free swell absorption capacity. Can you define that one? What is free swell absorption capacity? Is there any standards? Is there any equipment to measure?
Yes, sir. There is an equipment to measure the free swell absorptive capacity.
What is the standard you are following?
Instrument.
No. What is the standard you are following for finding the values?
Sir, I don't have any standard values because the test has been done in Citra. They only follow the standard and they only gave a result based on their standards, sir.
As a scholar, you should not say like this, right? So you have to defend your findings. You cannot say this. Somebody said and given that values. You cannot project here. You have to.
No, sir. I'm trying to say that the test has been done from Citra. So
you have to aware about that. No.
Basis,
yeah, let me complete.
Sorry, sir.
Let me complete. You have to aware about the standards, right? So unless
sir,
otherwise no values are validated. Clear? And again, why you chosen the 3 level of combinations 50, 50, 60, 40 and 70, 30?
Yes, sir.
Why you chosen? What is I think you have to connect some literatures with respect to the research that you are going to carry out, right? What is the proposal? Why these proposals you have selected?
Sir, I want to give the maximum fiber of mine, the basic fiber for the absorbency. The blending should be a little supportive.
Fine. So
that's why I have selected.
Yeah, fine. But whenever if you select 3 variables and 4 different fibers, have to go for systematic approach. You have to, do you have any statistical tool for the design of experiments?
No, sir. I am working on it, sir.
No. You have to start with the design of experiments, then only you can go for sampling. Unless otherwise, how will you justify yourself in a statistical way?
Okay.
Clear. These are all my inputs, and I have another two questions. Maybe you can take it into later. So the graph,
yes,
whenever you are presenting the graph, there is no axis, there is no unit. There is no axis,
yes,
there is no unit. And you have to know about the standards and procedures, and you have to have some clarity about what is moisture absorbency, what is swelling. Yeah, these are all for my input. Anyway, this your pathway is very good. Please come across many literature further for your beautiful research. Thank you. Thank you very much. All the very best.
Thank you so much, sir, for your suggestion. Surely I will take this in my research work for the early studies, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Perli, for this wonderful presentation. Now the session 1 is completed. We'll move on to the session 2.
Welcome you all for the session 2A. So I request to Ms. Samyukta B to introduce the chairperson, Dr. Sivaramakrishnan.
It's my immense pleasure to introduce our chairperson, Mr. Dr. Sivaramakrishnan. Sivaramakrishnan is a postgraduate in textile technology from PSG College of Technology and worked in textile physics, instrumentation, textile engineering, labor research and training center and energy management division of CITRA for a period of 42 years. He involved in conducting energy conversion studies in spinning, weaving and processing sections of the textile industry during the period of 1978 to 1985. He is the one of the team member of energy audit engineers from 1986 onwards and conducted large number of studies on water and steam conversion, energy efficiency and energy consumption. He has specialized in the training of technical personnel on the skill development, cotton stapling and section, textile mill management and providing training to the mill executives for the past 30 years. He was an expert committee member constituted by the Bureau of Energy Efficiency, Ministry of Power, Government of India for the period of 2007 to 2012 to represent the textile sector from CITRA. He has presented 10 papers on energy conversion, energy audit training and energy management in technological conference and published 4 research reports during the period of 1988 to 2012. He has been actively involved in conducting the career development programs for the textile mill personnel and teaching faculty of institution. He is the member and head of energy audit team engineering about 600 textile mill, which includes 4 foreign assignments. He chartered engineering and associate member of Institution of Engineers India for past 33 years. He also associated with the Textile Association South Indian Unit for more than 4 decades. Still, he is working as accredited and certified energy auditor for the textile industry by the Bureau of Energy Efficiency, Ministry of Power and Government of India for comprehensive and verification energy audits. At present, he is conducting the training programs for all the technical personnel and mill executives and cotton traders, yarn merchandiser and new entrepreneurs for the textile industry. We warmly welcome you, sir.
Now we go on session 2. I kindly like to invite Ms. Nandana, Bharatiyar University, Department of Textiles and Apparel Designing, Coimbatore. He is presenting the topic of development of eco-friendly bacteria treatment for protective cloth. Ms. Nandana, can you unmute your video and start your presentation?
Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. And start. Start your presentation, ma'am. Ma'am, it's audible. You can start your presentation, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
Can you share your screen, please?
Ma'am,
Okay, ma'am. It's visible. Ma'am, you have 15 minutes only. Miss Nandana, ma'am.
Miss Nandana ma'am, can you able to hear our voice? The instruction, ma'am, the instruction for your presentation is just 15 minutes for your presentation and just 10 minutes for your presentation and 5 minutes for the discussion, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks.
Kindly strictly follow the
Ma'am,
timings,
whether
ma'am.
my screen is visible?
Ma'am, can you tell us, repeat again?
Ma'am, whether my screen is visible?
Ma'am, actually your audio is not clear.
Ma'am, I'm presenting my audio in my phone and screen I have shared in my laptop.
Ma'am, you can start, ma'am. It's okay, you can start.
Good afternoon, sir. One and all present here for I'm Nandana Art. I'm doing my PhD under the guidance of Dr. S. Anapurni at the Department of Textile and Apparel Design at Bharatiya University. Introduction of the study. Here I have selected the veterinarians as my main objective. I have conducted a survey with the veterinarians according to their apparel what they are using in their day-to-day life. Then I have collected the data. Panchakavyam, here I have chosen Panchakavyam as a natural finish on the cotton fabric. We all know that Panchakavyam is a traditional Ayurvedic medicine which is used in our India for centuries. It has a microbial solution when we used in fabric preparation. It is Panchakavyam is prepared in the mixture of 5 elements: cow dung, cow milk, cow urine, cow ghee, and cow curd. When we apply it on the fabric, it gives good hygiene, strength, softness, color softness, shrinkage, breathability, and it also helps to increase the durability of the fabric. Statement of the problem. Most of the veterinarians treat the injured animals and infected animals. Here I have been chosen the infections and the stress what they get while they are treating the animals. Objective of the study. The study is conducted with the veterinarians. First, I have collected the data with them, and I have concluded to analyze the survey conducted for the study. Then the fabric is selected according to the feedback from the survey. The finished fabric is then treated with the Panchakavyam. Then the treated fabric is developed into product according to the data collected from the veterinarian, and it is also evaluated for the study. Materials and methods. My workflow is first survey among the veterinarians, next survey analysis, selection of fabric. Cotton fabric I have chosen, the weave type is 40 count. Plain weave I have chosen. Preparation of fabric, desizing, covering, bleaching, and finishing. Desizing and covering is done in a natural eco-friendly manner. Next, testing evaluation. Here I have done physical and antimicrobial test. In physical test, fabric weight, fabric thickness, freeze recovery, elongation, and in antimicrobial, 2 bacteria have chosen, Staphylococcus and E. coli I have chosen. Then I have developed the product. Preparation of fabric. In natural desizing, I have chosen a rock salt.
the ratio of 1:20. It was boiled in a rock salt solution. The fabric is boiled in a rock salt solution for 1 hour and kept it immersed in the solution for 12 hours, then dried in the sunlight. Next, covering and bleaching process. Cow urine and cow dung is used. In this solution, the fabric is immersed for 12 hours and dried in grass for 4 to 5 hours. Constantly, the water is sprinkled over the fabric for short interval to get the whiteness of the fabric. This process is continuous for 3 to 5 days. Next, finishing of the fabric. The bleached fabric is now dipped in the Panchakavyam solution. The Panchakavyam was collected from my native. The cloth is kept immersed for 12 hours. Then the cloth is dried in the shade. Result and discussion. Here I have tested for physical and antimicrobial tests, and the survey analysis also been discussed here. First, the question I have raised from the veterinarians was whether they are using their protective cloths while treating the animals. Most of the respondents were given their response. Yes, they are using their protective measures while treating the infected animals. Least only have given that they are not using the protective cloth. The most of the respondents have answered among the question which protective cloth mainly they are using is apron. Next question is I have raised materials which they expect for their protective cloth. Most of them was selected eco-friendly manner and the cotton fabric. Difference of the clothing is also chosen reusable method. They didn't prefer for a disposable method. Next, I have been questioning for the special finishes, whether they need any special finishes. Most of the respondents have given the answer yes for their protective clothing. They need a special finishing. And next question is preference of the protective finish was most of them prefers germ protection, bacterial protection, stain resistance, soil resistance. Here I have selected the bacterial protection. So I have chosen the antimicrobial test. The bacteria I have chosen is Staphylococcus and E. coli. We all know that Panchakavyam has good antibacterial activity. We hesitated for its smell, but unfortunately it has good pleasant. It has a good pleasant smell. After finishing the fabric, it gives a good pleasant smell. And it also has a good bacterial growth. So it gives a good result when I have been tested. Like I have gone for a fabric like GSM. While considering control sample, the finished sample has less weight and thickness also it gets lesser. While seeing the control sample, the finished sample has less thickness. Tensile strength. This is the drawback I have faced. Strength of the fabric is getting decreased. I have to rectify it in my further studies. Crease recovery. It gets finished sample has get crease recovery more than the control sample. The developed products were apron and head cap. It has been evaluated with the veterinary doctor. Conclusion of my study. The finished fabric is biodegradable, reusable and eco-friendly. The finishing process is also done in eco-friendly manner according to the data collected from the veterinarian. This study shows the prevention of the microbial control on the cotton fabric. Thank you, sir. Sir, I'm not audible, sir.
Now I have switched on. So you have shown some of the pictures, doctors wearing some aprons, protective aprons, protective clothing. See, what is the difference between existing protective clothing and the protective clothing that you have developed regarding stiffness, wearing comfort? Number one.
Sir, I have.
Number one. Number two, for how many washes your newly developed treatment will be withstandable?
Sir, it is a pilot study. It is a pilot study of my work, sir. I have done it in a simple manner. Further study, I have to develop it into the.
Okay, normally they iron and use it, the aprons. While they come to the job, they will put it in their briefcase, and coming to the place where they have to give treatment and other things, when it is ironed and worn, what will be the comfort? Number one. Number two, how long the treatment is it temporary or permanent finish or semi-permanent finish? So these aspects.
Sir, now it is
these aspects.
Sir, now it is a semi-permanent finish.
Tell me please.
Sir, now it is a semi-permanent finish. For my further study, I will carry out.
Okay, kindly include these aspects.
Okay, sir.
Kindly include these aspects. Yeah, a very good comparison between the existing products and the newly developed product. What way the newly developed product is superior in wearing comfort, in the duration. It's a durable finish, semi-durable or non-durable or durable, or it is how many washes for how many ironings the newly developed fabric will be able to withstand. Kindly include this aspect, which will give you added weightage for your work and the presentation. Okay?
Okay, sir. Sure, sir.
Thank you very much. You have done a good job.
Thank you, sir.
Best wishes. So kindly take
Thank
it.
you, sir.
Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you so much, Ms. Nandana ma'am. It's a very excellent presentation. Now I would ask to invite Mr. Arun Kumar Gaikwad from Footwear Design and Development Institute, Sector 24, Noida, Uttar Pradesh. His project title is Innovative Approaches in Sustainable Knitted Shoe Designs. Ms. Arun Kumar Gaikwad, please present your presentation. Mr. Arun Kumar Gaikwad, you can share your presentation. Mr. Arun Kumar Gaikwad, is there available in meeting? Okay, now we are moving towards the next participant. Ms. K.L. Janani from Mother Teresa Women's University, Kodaikanal, and his project name is The Study of Innovation Uses of Recycled Viscose and Recycled Excel in Sustainable Shoes, upper to step towards a greener future. Ms. Janani KI, you can share your presentation. Ms. Janani, can you unmute your audio and video for your presentation?
Sir, due to its Kodaikanal, my video may be choppy, sir.
Okay, ma'am, you can share your presentation in sharing mode, ma'am.
Is my video visible, sir?
No, ma'am, it's not clear, so please share your presentation only, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
The presentation is visible, ma'am. You
Is
can
my
start your
video-
presentation, ma'am.
Is my slide is sharing, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We can visible, ma'am.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Audio is clear. You can start, ma'am.
Good afternoon to one and all present here, and I would like to thank SSME College for this wonderful opportunity to present my topic. I'm Janani KI, research scholar from Mother Teresa Women's University, Kodaikanal. Today, I'm going to present the topic innovative use of recycled viscose and recycled excel in a sustainable shoe upper towards a greener future. So, in recent globalization, we have led the way for greater impact on the sustainability, and it is made up of three pillars, as you all know: environment, economy, and society. So, these and planet. In recent times, sustainability has become one of the major area of concern, and because of that major area of concern, rapid increase in consumer awareness and availability of mass information in the internet has led us a big impact to create more sustainable products. So first of all, sustainability in fashion is very important, and I have choose two regenerated fiber for this, that is recycled viscose and regenerated excel. So recycled viscose is something from the traditional one is made from trees, and this find is made of using pre-consumer waste to produce a product. And recycled excel is also a sustainable material that is from the post-consumer recycled polyester. So this recycled excel is versatile and and it is used in many ways. For shoes, textile is playing a very miraculous material, and footwear industry has grown so much in recent times. So in recycled viscose, the sustainable alternative. So in recycled viscose, the sustainable alternative of viscose is made from trees, and the pre-consumer waste and post-consumer waste are playing a very important role in reducing the environmental impact. Recycled excel is also a material that is consumed is a consumer waste from a recycled polyester, and it is too much and it has a property of too much versatility. So viscose is a popular material and it is used in many fashion industry, but the production can have some negative impacts on the environment. So in recycled viscose, on the other hand, it is made that the pre-consumer waste and offers a sustainable alternative to traditional viscose. In this section, we can explore so many bases of recycled viscose and its potential in the shoe production. Recycled viscose is also a sustainable material and it offers so many benefits in the shoe production. So eco-friendly material like recycled viscose reduces the environmental impact. And it has more, it is so soft and comfortable and has versatile design opportunities. So sourcing of this may be like tricky part, and the production part is also has uh, a break of waste material, which is there. So in the production process, it involves breaking down of waste material into a pulp, and then it is spun through viscose fibers, and the fibers are woven into a fabric for the use of shoe production. So design possibilities with recycled viscose are like it can have so much color and texture, and we can have so many variation in colors. And I chose I chose warp knitting so that we can create so many new patterns by having different textures, by creating different veils per inch, course per inch, and layering front fabric and back fabric in different terms. And this recycled viscose has so much versatility, as I said before, and recycled viscose can be used in variety of shoe styles, like example, sneakers, elegant heels, women's flats, etc. And the main concern of this project is sustainability. So using recycled viscose in shoe production can reduce the waste and helps to preserve the natural resources better. So environmental and social impacts like recycling viscose for shoe production can greatly reduce recycled material. We can also reduce the fills and decrease the need of virgin material and their associated environment. Promoting social responsibility is also a major concern in this society because of the fast fashion trend. Like brands like Zara, H&M create so much products like fast fashion, and youngsters are marketed to buy new stuffs for every month, and this has created a very big impact on the environment. So in addition to this environmental benefit, using recycled viscose in shoe production can also promote a social responsibility. By sourcing materials from ethical and sustainable suppliers is also very much important. We can also support fair label practices and contribute a positive social impact in the communities where the materials are produced. So recycled viscose is also a popular material in fashion industry, but it is often made from unsustainable sources. So there are so many drawbacks about recycled viscose as well as. So on the other hand, it is made from pre-consumer waste is more sustainable option for a fashion designer. So recycled viscose is not only reduces the waste, but also offers soft and comfortable material for shoes, making it eco-friendly and wearable. Excel is a sustainable material and it is also made from recycled polyester and elastin fibers. It is commonly used in the production of athletic wear and shoes due to the durability and stretchiness. Excel is also a material of recycled plastic bottles, and use of recycled excess in our shoe design is to reduce waste and promote sustainability. So in recycled Excel, there is advantages like recycled material that is used in sustainable shoes, recycled rubber, plastic bottles, making it an eco-friendly alternative for the traditional shoe materials. And it has much durability. Excel is highly durable material that can also withstand the wear and tear everyday use. It is also a water resistant material, making it ideal for outdoor activities and all weather wears. So comfort is also more in Excel. Excel is a soft and flexible material that provides excellent cushioning for the support of the feet, and it is also breathable, keeping the feet cool. So reduction of waste is the main concept. So our use of recycled Excel reduces waste from repurposing materials from wood. It would otherwise end in landfills. Conservation of natural resources. By using recycled excess, we are able to conserve natural sources such as oil, water, that are used in the production of traditional shoe material. This helps to reduce the environmental impact of the manufacturing. So future of sustainable footwear is more, but a recent trend, there are so many sustainable footwear and brands are initiating new forms of sustainable footwear, and only 10 to 12, namely 10 to 12 brands are initiating sustainable footwear. So as the world has become more conscious of this need of sustainable products, the footwear industry is no exceptional. So we are committed to leading a way to sustainable footwear and constantly innovating to reduce our environment impact. Developing new material that are even more eco-friendly and sustainable is also needed. Exploring new manufacturing processes to reduce waste and energy consumption, explore options. Thank you.
Madam, I have got two clarifications. We have done a good review. Are you able to
Yes,
hear?
Sir, hello, sir. It's not audible, sir. Hello?
See, my speaker is on, but any problem is there?
Sir, hello, sir. It's not audible, sir. Hello?
Hello?
Sir,
See, my speaker is on, but any problem is there?
Sir, hello? Sir, it's not audible, sir. Hello?
See, my speaker is on, but any problem is there?
Cool, sir.
Saving and other things, but one thing, life cycle assessment is very important for any sustainable product. LCA, life cycle
LCA, okay.
assessment. See, you have analyzed your product with sustainable raw material. But what
Okay,
is the life? What is the price difference? How much natural resources are saved? There is no air pollution, there is no water pollution because of both the materials are sustainable raw materials. So you have to include in your presentation, in future presentations, life cycle assessment is one. Number two, how far, what is the percentage of saving, how much a percentage of water, how much a percentage of chemicals are saved when you compare with the competitor's product or your other 100% normal fiber product. Okay? Are you able to get some understanding about my requirements?
Yes, sir, I can understand, sir.
Kindly add these values in your future presentations, which will be very much helpful to audience and also others.
Sir, okay, sir.
Okay? Thank you very much. You have done a good job. Everything is well interpreted and well explained. Only these two things are missing. Kindly add. Thank you very much.
So much, sir.
You have made a good presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Ms. Dhanani, this wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
I would like to invite Ms. Sasreka R, Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science, to present the topic for the designer critical role in building sustainable apparel ecosystem. Ms. Sasreka, ma'am, can you hear me? Ms. Sasreka, ma'am, unmute your video and audio. Now skip and move on. Ms. M. Sona, Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science, and has topic on an eco-friendly antimicrobial finishing agent using Tridax Procomensal. Sona, ma'am. Miss Sona. Miss Sona, ma'am, unmute your audio and video and start your presentation, ma'am. Sona Ulia. Miss Sona, ma'am. Sir. Miss Sasrika ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear my voice?
Yes ma'am. You can unmute audio and video and start your presentation. Your time is just 10 minutes only, then 5 minutes interactions. Kindly
Okay,
follow the
yeah.
instructions ma'am.
Thank you. Mhm.
Sasrika ma'am, unmute your audio.
Yeah. Oh.
Any issue ma'am with your
No,
presentation?
no problem. 1 second, please.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I just entered and I'm just clueless.
Okay ma'am, thank you.
Okay then. So, I'll start. And this is Sasireka from Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science from Padur, Chennai. So, today is my topic that is the designer's role in building sustainable apparel ecosystem. So, in this, as a creative brain.
Sorry for the disturbance ma'am. We are not visible in your PPT.
Oh.
Share your presentation ma'am.
Sure. Can you see this now?
Yes ma'am.
Okay then. Shall I take over?
Yeah, okay ma'am, start your.
Okay, fine. So, as a creative brain behind fashion, designers play a crucial role in guiding the sector towards sustainability. As of now, the sustainability is in trend. So, we have to take up the sustainability in not only in the textile and fashion field, but also in any other field. So, what this section is going to explore is the potential wide-ranging effects of making well-informed material selection decisions. This investigates the possible effects of designers adopting new technologies, changing not only how they create, but also how they support environmentally friendly manufacturing methods. Because right now, we are in need of something to be supported, anything, whatever we take, so that should be supported environmentally friendly. We have polluted so much, and right now we are in a situation to support the environment, not polluting them. So this article examines the intricate link that exists between the designers and the supply chain, highlighting the necessity of cooperation in order to attain ethical and transparent practices. The designers in the clothing industry have a great opportunity, the obligation to promote conscious consumerism. As powerful individuals who shape consumer tastes and trends, designers are essential in raising consumer awareness and enticing them to make thoughtful, sustainable decisions. In this, we are going to discuss about the designs for timeless styles. Because when you design something, the design should not go off very easily. It should have some timeless style. So in that, we are going to discuss about investing in quality materials. First of all, the materials should be very qualitative. For example, we can say that some organic materials like natural materials that are used as organic materials. So investing on the quality materials is very important. Next is focusing on the craftsmanship. You have to encourage the craftsmanship. The business of craftsmanship is also very important. And then customization. The design should be customized or personally designed is very important. And repairing and upcycle initiatives, classic silhouette and designs, seasonless collections. It should not be completely based on some season like winter or summer, whatever it is. It should be most probably a seasonless collections. Transparency in production, limited editions, neutral color palettes, educational initiatives, collaboration for sustainability, size inclusivity. Okay, so these are all the major things that are to be considered for the timeless styles. And the next one is the prioritizing quality materials. How do you prioritize the quality materials? We have to research and select sustainable fabrics Considering the life cycle of materials, source ethically and responsibly, because we need to source it ethically and responsibly. It is not that you easily get some of the man-made materials and it can spoil the environment. So sourcing is very, very important. And then sourcing ethically is very important, and emphasizing on the durability, and educate consumers, collaborate, so that if you emphasize on the durability, it can be used for a longer period. You don't have to keep on changing the apparels, so you can have it for a long time. And then educate consumers. The consumer education is very, very important. We have to educate the consumers about the importance of the sustainability in the apparel industry. And then collaborate with sustainable suppliers, utilize innovative and eco-friendly technologies, considering the end of life impact, promote slow fashion, provide care instructions. So whatever we make, any kind of product we make, we need to give the care instructions for the consumers, whoever use the products. So these are all the materials, these are all the points to be considered while prioritizing the quality materials. And then the next one is focus on versatility. Modular design concepts and multifunctional clothing. One kind of clothing should be used like multifunctional purpose. It should be like multifunctional. The next one is layering capabilities, day to night transition, gender neutral designs, convertible accessories, collaboration for capsule collections. And then now we will be embracing the sustainable practices. How do we do that? I have given some of the points here to be considered for embracing the sustainable practices. In that, the first thing is ethical material sourcing. Again, the same thing. So when you come to the sustainability of clothing, we have to take care. Again, we will be always falling into the ethics. And the next one is zero or low waste design techniques. You keep on design something, and then you will have the rest of the material to be wasted. So to avoid that, it can also take up the cost. Like the zero waste is you don't have to waste much money on that, because you waste much of material and the money goes waste on that. So you always have to do the lay planning that according to the zero waste design techniques. Next is local artisanal production, like upcycle and recycling initiatives. Right now, people started doing the upcycling. For example, I can tell you that grandmothers or mothers' saris are converted into any other design for them to wear according to this trend. And the next one is dyeing process with low environmental impact. So the dyeing process should be with very low environmental impact, in the sense it should, most probably, in case of dyes, we always should be preferring the natural dyes. That's very ethical, I guess. And then next is circular economy initiatives, energy efficient production, reducing package waste, transparency and certification, social responsibility. Again, wherever we go, we start with ethics and we finish with social responsibilities. These are all the embrace suitable material practices. And the next one we will be going about how do we educate consumers. This is like we always to be educating consumers, in the sense whatever we make, it should be like sustainable materials or sustainable dyeing, and we are not environmentally, we are being very friendly with the environmental. So when you are very good at all these things, then you can have the transparency with the design process, and you can educate the consumers. You can tell the consumers that everything is done in this way. Educating consumers, in the sense, you don't have to go and tell each and everyone that you can attach a label in any of the apparel and then let them read and let them get to know about what is happening. And then next is sustainable material guides, online resources and blogs, social media campaigns. For recently, I have seen so many blogs about sustainability. So even I post some of the posts about the sustainable things, like sustainable apparels, how to be sustainable in this environment. And the next is workshop and webinars, collaborating with sustainable influencers, and then in that, storytelling with impact.
So when you tell with some words, it cannot reach, might reach very slowly. Sometimes very few percentage of the people might get into it. To reach with effectively, you can tell it with stories and then promote care and repair. That's very important because some of the materials we always mention in the label saying that dry clean this. So we see that, seeing that the consumers always give it for dry clean, they don't wet clean. So giving such care and instruction is very, very important. And then collaborate with the educational institutions so that it reaches the youth very quickly. Engaging conversations like how do we go for the conference and meetings and all this. Consumer feedback integration, just giving them the instruction is not only enough, but also we need to get their feedback, which helps in improving all these steps that we are taking up. And then promote minimalism and capsule wardrobes. Promoting minimalism is not only in the apparel industry, but also in any of the industry to be sustainable. Minimalism is to be considered. Even at home, you have to be very, you don't have to spend much on the materials so that you can save everything and go for minimalism. And then
Sasrika ma'am, sorry for the disturbance. Your time up, ma'am.
Yeah. Oh,
can we go for conclusion?
Yes, sure. So, yeah. So finally, I'm coming with the point of challenges and solutions, acknowledging the challenges that designers face in adopting sustainable practices. This section offers practical solutions from cost considerations to a paradigm shift in mindset. Designers can overcome these hurdles through strategic approaches, fostering a more widespread adoption of sustainable principles. In conclusion, the paper envisions a future where designers are at the forefront of a sustainable, ethical, and innovative apparel industry. By examining the influence on material choices, production processes, consumer behavior, and advocating for conscious consumerism, designers can foster positive change. Through inclusivity and a deep understanding of their responsibilities, designer can contribute to an industry that is not only environmentally conscious, but socially responsible and truly innovative. Thank you.
Suggested by United States Department of Economics and Social Affairs. Madam, are you able to hear?
Sir, it is not fully audible, slightly audible only.
I am going to repeat once again what I have mentioned now. We have covered almost 80% of the Sustainable Development Goals suggested by United Nations Department of Efficiency and Social Affairs in 2012. So as a fabric designer, he has to consider all these things. So which will cover under two headings. One is sustainable supply chain management, another one is sustainable product design. Then only one thing I am not able to get, zero waste is impossible, which is not possible for us if you specify as minimum as possible, lowest waste level, that way you can suggest zero is impossible because our garment factories are giving 15% of the fabric as permissible level of waste from the fabric taken up for converting into garment or those who are supplying job orders. If I am giving 1 lakh meters of fabric for 85,000 square meters, the fabric must be made. The remaining 15,000 meters will be going as waste in cutting waste, this, that, everything. But anyway, your presentation is very nice. It has covered almost 80% of the sustainable development goals. Only thing, it is not possible for us.
Thank you, sir.
What, madam?
No, sir. Please carry on.
Are you able to hear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, finally, I am going to give only one conclusion. 80% of the sustainable development goals are fulfilled, to be fulfilled by the fabric designer. The remaining 20% will be taken care of by other officials in the garment factory. Okay. Anyway, your analysis, your presentation, your interpretation, everything is good. It is a guide for all students and all people, those who are working in the industry. It can be, you can publish as a guide, as a small guide, pocket guide, which will be very much useful. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir.
Well done.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Well
you
done.
very much for asking me. You are considering my point, like zero waste is not possible. Yes, I also understand. But when you say zero waste, the domestic users might at least use minimum wastage.
Okay,
They
I'm
target
not
for
pointing
zero
out the
wastage and
mistake.
they
It's
at least
good.
do minimum.
See, we are always aiming for zero defect. But zero defect
Yes,
is
sir.
possible only in certain cases. In many cases, zero defect is not possible, but it can be taken as aim. Because aim should be higher, then only achievement will be higher. Anyway,
Yes, sir.
please take it as a, suppose here it is okay. When you are going to present in the international journals or international conferences in anywhere outside India, that particular point has to be carefully mentioned. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much. Well done. Best wishes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Wonderful presentation. I would like to invite Ms. M. Sona from Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science for presenting the presentation. The topic is an eco-friendly antimicrobial finishing agent using Tritax Procom pencil. Ms. M. Sona, can you unmute your video?
Ma'am, I'm sharing my screen.
Video and audio. Ms. Sona, ma'am, you have only 10 minutes. Then 5 minutes we have instructions. Share your presentation, ma'am. Ms. Sona, ma'am, share your presentation, ma'am. Ma'am, can you able to hear?
Yeah, yes, ma'am, but I'm trying to share my presentation.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am. Ma'am, any issue, ma'am? Ma'am, can you unmute your audio? Miss Sona? Ma'am, kindly unmute your audio. Okay, sir. Ma'am, kindly wait for presentation, ma'am. We will present your share and then start your presentation.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Okay.
Ma'am, are you visible your PPT?
Yeah, yes, ma'am, yes.
You can start, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Uh, Good evening, all. My topic is an eco-friendly antimicrobial finishing agent using tried as performance medical plants and documents and textiles. Okay, my introduction. Okay. The Tridus performance is commonly Kansari in Hindi and Kahama in local language, and this plant belongs to the family of acetals. It shows number of pharmacological activities like wound healing, hair growth promoting, anti-inflammatory and immune modulatory, which has been screened scientifically. It is often rooting at knots with solitary, long-stacked yellow composite heterogramous bisexual flowers with white flowering heads and very hairy costly toothed petal ovate and lanceolate leaves. Whole aerial part is useful medicinally. Leaves process wound healing, insecticidal and antisectory and hypotensive medical action, while seeds are used to control bleeding. Wound healing activity: aqueous extract of aloe vera, aglain mammals, and moringa root and Tridox procumbens not only promoted healing but also overcame steroid depressing healing in experimental male visitor rats. The increased oxidation activities induced by the preparation by has been suggested to be responsible for wound healing activities. The increased nucleic acid level indicates the action at cellular level. The procumbens extract grams injected to the experimental rabbits reduced hormone paraffin induced prolongations of clothing time. Wound healing activity: aqueous extract of aloe vera, algae, and marmalus, moringa, and procumbens not only promoted healing, but also overcame steroid depressed healing in the experimental male visitor rats. This increased the lysol oxidase activities induced in the preparation has been suggested to be responsible for wound healing activity. The increased nucleic acid level indicates the action at cellular level. Dexamethasone mg on first day and a half. This does thereafter daily depressed wound contraction, epilepsy, stencils, strength and process of granulation of wound as experimental animal juices of leaves of procumbens resembled dexamethasone in effects of wound construction and granulation, but is scientifically contradicted by effects of dexamethasone on tensile strength and epitheliations. TP caused increase in the weight and thymus weight. These observations suggest a TP exerts a direct pro-healing effect along with the indirect anti-healing influence, probably medicated through release of adrenal steroid. Materials and methods. Collections of plant. Fresh leaves of Tridus procumbens were collected from Chennai, Tamil Nadu, and we can collect this moreover from the local areas. And washed thoroughly 2 to 3 times with running water or once with sterile distilled water. Solvent extraction: 10 grams of fresh leaves were taken and 1 grams of sodium carbonate was added to neutralize the acidity. The plant material was ground with 5 to 100 ml acetone and filtered using the paper. This procedure is repeated until this procedure is using until the reduce becomes colorless. It was then washed with 150 ml of distilled ester and wash of acetone. The mixture was poured into a separating funnel and acetone was washed off during distilled water. This was repeated until yellow color separate off which contains of the flavons. The solvation was poured into the bottle and 1025 ml of methanol saturated with potassium hydroxide pellets was added. The solution was shaken thoroughly and kept it in ice box for overnight. The alkaline solution was propylene was poured into the separating funnel and 100 ml diethyl was added and left for 30 minutes. Chlorophylline separates of greenish layer which was removed. The either layer was washed off with the dilute potassium hydroxide and distilled water to remove the trace of this. Preparation of extraction. Collected Tridus procumbens roots and leaves. Shaded dry plant material for 25 gram powdered and extract with a 75 ml of 100% ethanol allowed digestion for 72 hours. The resultant extract was concentrated and separated into a 250 ml iodine flask. Similarly, roots extract were prepared and experimental schema shown in the figure. Tridus procumbens extraction was injected to the experimental rabbits, reduced normal heparin induced prolongation of clothing time. aqueous extracts of aloe vera, aloe, mamarins, and moringa.
Ma'am, one sec.
Yeah, is
Sorry for the disturbance, ma'am. Shall we go for the discussion, ma'am? Results and discussion, ma'am. Ma'am?
yeah, okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. The finishing method, the extracts of herbs can be applied in the textile using different methods. There are exhaust methods, coating, spray pad, dry cure methods, and spray and foam technique. It can also be directly applied into the fiber spinning rope. It common the extract applied in the fabric during dyeing or any finishing process. And my result and discussion is I'm going to introduce this plant for the medical uses, medical purposes, for the C-section women's like that wound healing, for a wound healing property. I'm going to convert this plant extraction to the cotton wool fabric, and it will help for the C-section pregnancy ladies while they were in the ICU after they given birth. This is my conclusion. Thank you.
Hello, madam.
Yes, sir.
Kindly give
Sir?
your conclusions, one or two conclusions.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Summary of this presentation.
Yeah, yes, sir. This is the
Okay,
conclusion.
you have
So
given
finishing
elaborate.
methods.
You have given elaborate method of producing all these finishing agents, treatments, everything.
Yeah.
At the end of the
Yeah.
slide, kindly give some conclusions or summary 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So which will be able to easy for us
Yeah,
to
I
get some
giving.
idea.
Yes, sir.
Which will give some idea about your project work.
Yeah, yes, sir.
When compared with other antimicrobial finishes, how far this is superior? The turmeric you have mentioned in your abstract, you have
Yeah.
not, you have
Yes,
not
sir.
mentioned anything about turmeric. Turmeric is well known medicine for all applications in the body.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
anyway,
Yes, sir. Curcumin is a common natural dye used for the fabric for food coloration, sir. Then I am using this turmeric for the dyes, fabric dyes,
Yes.
for dyeing finishing, sir. Now, but mainly I'm using the Stridus procumbens leaves for the wound healing properties for my
Okay.
thesis.
Anyway, thank you very much. You have done a good job. But
Thank you, sir.
at the end of the presentation, you have to give clear-cut informations about the summary and the conclusions. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you
Okay.
very
Thank
much.
you, sir.
You have well explained. But
Thank
we
you,
have
sir.
no patience to sit here, everything. So all these
Yeah.
presentations should be crisp. You should put downward arrow mark, 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 like a flow diagram. So it is very easy for anybody else. If it is a paragraph means, we have to go through with little stress and strain.
Sure, sir.
So kindly
Sure,
make
sir.
preparation. It's only a suggestion. It is your
Yeah,
choice.
sure, sir.
The way in which you have to present is your choice. But my expectation, our expectation
Thank you,
is
sir.
a flow
Thanks for
chart
your
like
guidance,
this
sir.
means anybody can understand. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Best wishes. Once again, best
Thank you,
wishes.
So thank you very much, sir. Dr. Selvakumar from Fashion Technology Department of BIT and Mr. Sivaramakrishnan, the retired scientist from Citra. Now he's a consultant. And really we are very much thankful to you, sir, for sparing your time and coming over all the way from Chennai and Coimbatore. And really it's a great moment. And now I request Mr. Gurunathan to present a memento to Mr. Selvakumar, Dr. Selvakumar. So now I request Mr. Ponmani Selvan to present a memento to Mr. Sivaramakrishnan, sir.